Good morning, fourth grade mathers. Okay, you are on page 67 and 68 today, which is just one big review. And you guys are doing super well with learning your fractions. So there's actually not a lot of stuff that I need to help you with on this review, which is good. The video is going to be very, very, very short because that'll give you time to do both pages, okay? So don't worry when you look at it and say, I know there's 2 pages, Miss Jessica, we're gonna die. No, because the first page hardly has like anything on it. There's like pictures everywhere, so there's not a lot. Don't you worry. Really, number 1, I'm not gonna help you with that all because you should be able to read that and try it on your own. But let me know, you can always text me if you have any questions. Number 2, I am gonna help you with, okay? Because sometimes the clock questions always try to confuse us, so we want to do it together, okay? Look at number 2. Make sure you're there. Page 67, number 2. Write the time for 3½ hours later. 3½ hours later. Well, first, let's look at the time. What time is it right now? Look at it and tell me, Kiara, what time is it? 12:08. Good job, girly girl. Okay, it's 12:08. If you can't see that in the video, you can look at it on your paper. Now we need 3½ hours later. Well, let's count our 3 hours first. Okay, I'm going to use a different color so you can see it. If we're at 12, then we go 1, 2, 3. So we move the hour to 3 o'clock. Okay? But then what is a ½ an hour later than 8? Because we're at 8 right now, because this is 5 and 6, 7, 8, right? So what's a ½ an hour later? Well, how many minutes are in a ½ an hour, Keanu? 30. Good, because there's 60 minutes in an hour. Half of 60 is 30, so there's 30 minutes in ½ an hour, right? So we just add it. There's 8 minutes right here. 8 plus 30 is what, Sama? 38, okay? And that's your answer. 3½ hours after 12:08 is 3:38. Okay? Let's go over to number 3 you can do by yourself. Number 4 you can do if you have a ruler. If you don't have a ruler, a regla, then you just skip that one. Number 5 you can do by yourself, but I'm not going to even tell you. You can do 5 by yourself. Number 6 you can also do by yourself if you remember one thing. Which number right here is your denominator, Scarlett? Which one is your denominator? The 2, very good, girly girl. The 1 on the bottom is your denominator. So all you have to do is read those instructions and do it on your own. Okay, number 7 we're going to do together because I want to make sure that you're not adivinando, but that you feel very confident in what you're doing. Look at what it says. Put your finger on number 7. Estimate how full each container is. Okay? Estimate how full each container is. Okay, well, let's look at the first one. Let's draw a cup. Okay. It says, is this 1/2 or 1/5, right? 1/2 or 1/5. Well, if we were to cut it in half, it'd be right there, right? And then here's your water. Is that what we see? Yeah. So probably the answer is 1/2, but let me show you what 1/5 would look like and let you make the decision, okay? 1/5 would mean that we need to cut it into 5 different places, right? So let's cut it into 5 equal parts. 1, 2, ooh, that's not 5 equal parts, para nada. There we go, 5 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the water is down here for 1/5 of it, right? So which one do you think it is? Is it 1/2 or 1/5 that's represented in that picture right there? I'm not going to tell you. You get to decide. Okay, look at letter B. I cannot draw that syrup bottle, so I'm just going to draw it like this. Ooh. See, that's my syrup bottle, not my hose case. Okay, here we go. Is it 7/10 or 1/10? Well, that means that both of these are going to cut into 10 pieces, this thing, right? So let's do it. 1, 2. Algo así, right? 1/10 is down here. That's 1/10. And then 7/10 is right here. Okay, so you decide from the picture which one is represented. Look at letter C. Letter C is a honey bottle, right? Okay, it says this is 5/5 or 3/5. So that means we need to cut this into 5 pieces. Okay, let's do 3/5 first. 3/5 looks like this. Okay, but 5/5 is the whole thing because 5 divided by 5 equals 1. That means it's 1 whole bote de honey. You decide which one is represented in that picture. Okay, let's look at our word problems. Number 8A and 8B. It says on 8A, the main food of the Chinese in the north is noodles. Do you guys like noodles? I love noodles. Chinese in the south eat rice. Okay, so what do you guys like better, noodles or rice? Raise your hand for noodles. Raise your hand for rice. I like noodles. Pasta is my favorite. But I feel like you guys like rice. Okay, let's see. If a pound of noodles costs 86 cents and a pound of rice costs 74 cents, how much more do 5 pounds of noodles cost than 5 pounds of rice? Okay, crazy. Noodles are more expensive than rice. Now we need to find what is the difference between the costs for 5 pounds of each. What do you think we do? There's actually 2 things we have to do here. What do you think the first one is, Keanu? What do you have to do? Add, subtract, multiply, or divide? Let's subtract first. Okay, let's subtract first. We're going to subtract these to find what's the difference in the price for 1 pound of noodles and rice. So let's subtract. 74 cents. That's 6 minus 4 is 2. 8 minus 7 is 1. Don't forget your point and your dollar sign. So there's 12 cents difference. But we want to know what's the difference in 5 pounds, not just the difference in 1 pound. So now what do you think we do? Fernanda? Add, subtract, multiply, or divide? We multiply. Cool, okay, because we need to multiply 12 cents by 5 to find out what's the whole difference in 5 pounds. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 1 plus 1 is 6. Don't forget your decimal point and your dollar sign. 60 cents difference, okay? So if you guys like rice more than you like noodles, you're saving, you're ahorrando 60 cents. Which is like, I don't know, 15 lempiras, algo así, no. No sé. 20 lempiras? Something like that. Okay. Look at letter B. Chinese children go to school 6 days a week. What? Guys, you guys go to school 5 days a week. Chinese kids go to school 6 days a week. What do you prefer? 5. Okay, I prefer my Saturdays and Sundays at home, not in school. So Chinese children go to school 6 days a week. They begin at 8 a.m. and stop at 4 p.m. Oh, chicos, guys. Chinese kids go to school a lot longer than we do, okay? They begin at 8 a.m. and stop at 4 p.m. How many hours per week do they spend in school? Okay, here we go. Let's make our clock. First, we need to count how many hours a day they go to school, right? And then figure out how many hours they go for the week. So they start at 8 o'clock. And then they go until 4. So let's count it. From 8 to 9 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hours. Do you guys know how long you go to school? When you're in Presidente, how long do you go to school? From 7 to 1, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6. You go to school for 6 hours. Chinese kids go to school for 8 hours and go 6 days a week. What in the world, okay? So they go 8 hours a day and they go 6 days a week. Then what do you have to do to find out how many hours for the whole week, Sama? Multiply that by 6. Very good. Okay. Jayla, what's 8 times 6? 48. And that is your answer. Okay? Everything else you can do by yourself. Look at number 11C and number 11I. Please do the process I've been teaching you, because I've taught you the process now for like 25 times. And there's no reason for you to adivinar, right? All you have to do is use your conversion sheet if you need it to find out how many feet are in a yard and how many inches are in a yard, okay? Also on number 10, don't forget what you need to do. You need to multiply and then check. Okay, if you don't remember how to check, you need to ask me. Okay, guys, have a great day. Bye.